What's up, everybody? Thank you for once again tuning in to another episode of FM's Funko Features. As usual, we're kicking things off here with the featured collection, and this featured collection belongs to a viewer named Desiree. And I do want to point out right away with the displays that she has here. Of course, she has the bookshelves with the actual book collection on them. You know me, I have a lot of bookshelves, but it's just collectibles on them. But yeah, she has her book collection here, and then she has the figures amongst them, including some 10-inch pops, you know, which this all looks pretty cool to me. And I noticed also that she has some different types of figures in the mix, including those Q figs that you see there in the upper right. And I've said this for a long time, really from the beginning when I started collecting, that I really think it makes a collection look more interesting when you have different types of figures going on, not just Funko Pops, but maybe even, you know, some other Funko products, and then collectibles by other companies as well. So again, I really like the look of this display right away. Now I am going to go ahead and get into the email that Desiree sent me. Hello, my name is Desiree. I guess you can say I started collecting Pops in 2017, even though back then I didn't know anything about them. I received my first Pop from my then boyfriend, now husband, when I said I wanted a Baby Groot after seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. After the movie, we went to Barnes & Noble and he introduced me to Funko. Before purchasing Baby Groot, my husband's exact words were, "Are you sure you want to do this? These are a gateway drug." And he was so right. We now have a collection of about 75 to 80 Pops, mostly mine, but my husband collects now too. Now I will say this, you say you've been collecting since 2017 and you have 75 to 80 Pops. I will tell you, I think a lot of people will agree that's actually showing a lot of restraint, because I really hit the ground running, and I had at least 100 in just the first couple of months. I got there very quickly, so I would say you're actually showing you know, some restraint with that, and I could tell, you know, you're choosy about what you pick up, which is very cool. Now the displays here to the right, I really do like these cases that you have going on, and you know, somebody, either Desiree or somebody else, point out to me where exactly do you find those type of cases. I feel like that might be the type of case that can be used to display, like you know, baseball bats that are signed or whatever. But yeah, let me know some more about those particular cases. But yeah, I really like the look of that setup, how well organized it is. All the Mega Man figures there especially, they look very cool next to each other. Continuing on here with the email, our collection consists of a variety of genres. We both collect Marvel and DC. My husband is a fan of the Jim Lee series, and I really love the style of the bombshells, but we also have Pop lines that we collect separately. And yeah, these figures do look good together. Some of the early bombshell Pops, they had some rough paint jobs, so I wasn't really big on them. I have started to go back and get some of them at least, though. And the Jim Lee figures, I really do like those as well. I definitely need some more of those in my collection. I don't have that Joker yet. I don't have the Aquaman yet, which the Aquaman one I think is probably with the best design one thus far, you know, in my opinion. And the Flash, I'm kind of iffy on getting the Flash or not, but yeah, the Jim Lee figures, they are looking pretty sweet. My husband enjoys collecting Mega Man, and of course you all saw that previously. That is the one line he is a completionist on, but he also collects various Jurassic World and Star Wars Pops. And I like the way that this is displayed here, you know, having the 10-inch T-Rex there right next to the Jurassic Park Jeep, of course. You know, it kind of creates a movie moment. I think that's pretty cool there. And I also think that's something that Funko maybe should consider doing, creating figures in a way where you can kind of put together a movie moment, because of course there are some movie moments that you can't really fit into one box. You know, for example, like the Avengers teaming up, if they would put them on like certain stands that can kind of, you know, fit together, then they really could create those moments and, you know, sell the figures separately, of course. And of course, you know, that would inspire people to be completionists. I think that would be a very smart business move. You all let me know what you think about that idea. It's something that's been on my mind for a while, though, that I think really, you know, like I said, Funko should consider. I, on the other hand, love Harry Potter, so the Wizarding World is the main Pop line I collect, but I also have a variety of television and other Pops that I just thought were cool, like the different colored Mickey Mouse and Pusheen. And yeah, I gotta say that you know, when Funko first started doing the Mickey Mouse colorways, of course I kind of thought that was overkill, but I gotta say, when you put them side by side, even if you just have a couple of them, they do look really good next to each other. My favorite Pops in my collection would have to be my Lucius Malfoy and Mantis, because I was able to meet and get them signed by the actors who portray the characters. That has become another thing I like to do with my Pops. If I'm going to a convention and an actor or actress that I'm a fan of that is going to be there, I like to get my Pop of the character they played signed, and so far every encounter I've had has been so pleasant, and it makes me an even more bigger fan. I haven't really done this myself yet. I haven't had the opportunity to get a Pop signed personally. I have had a couple of people that were very cool enough to send signed Pops to me, including my Sasha Banks Pop that is signed, which is really awesome. And I think it's very cool that you know, Desiree, you had the opportunity to meet these actors and that you had good experiences with them. Because I won't lie, I've seen some videos of people going to get figures signed, and you could tell that the celebrity just doesn't quite care, that they're all about the money and they're trying to push other merchandise and t-shirts and things on people, and they're almost, you know, rude. I don't know, I'm sure it gets frustrating sometimes standing there for hours at these conventions, but they choose to do it, you know, so I feel like they should, you know, try their best to be cool. Moving on here though, I started collecting because I thought Pops were cute, and I was collecting characters that I love. But once I gave my husband his first Pop, it became something we would do together. Our Friday night date turned into dinner and then going to GameStop and Barnes & Noble to look at Pops. And you know, getting a little personal here with me, when I was married before, and my ex and I, we weren't into collecting Pops at the time, but we were into collecting well, basically books. She was into books, I was into graphic novels, so that was kind of our date night. We would actually do dinner and then go to Barnes & Noble. So I know that's very cool. And you know, if I'll just say this to couples that collect, I think that is really awesome that they can do that, that can be a date night thing. That is just really cool to me. I'm surprised I don't see more videos of couples actually going out hunting together, because like I said, I think that is a very cool thing. And then wrapping up the email here, 2018 was a big Pop hunting year. Not only did we move to a bigger city where there was 5 GameStops and 3 Targets all within 20 minutes of our home, but I discovered Funko News and other Pop related YouTube channels. That just introduced so much more information and really helped to increase the size of our collection very quickly. And again, you see a mix of different items going on here, different collectibles, and I really do like these displays. So Desiree, you know, you and your husband, you really have an awesome setup, and yeah, it just looks very cool. And I definitely appreciate you taking the time to share your collection. Again, you know, anybody that has taken the time to share their collection in this way and to send an email, very cool of you to share with the community. And you know, I know that, and you know, from reading the comments, I know that people definitely enjoy checking out these collections. So again, thank you so much for sharing. Next up here, we have our featured custom Pop artist, and he just has a couple of Pops to share here, which is perfectly fine. You know, I like to feature artists that are maybe not necessarily trying to sell figures. Maybe they just do them for their own collection, and they don't have to have a ton of, you know, customs that they have done. So again, you know, that's perfectly cool. But the custom artist here is named 2 Vertical, and you can check him out on Instagram. I will remind you about that again later on here. And the first image you see here is a custom Carnage Demogorgon, which I think is pretty creative, and I really do like the look of that, because you know, the red and black of Carnage, I just like that mix with a little bit of white in there as well. And of course, I like the sculpt of the Demogorgon. I actually think that the common Demogorgon looks way better than the Chase. That's my personal opinion on it. But yeah, that makes that figure look really creepy and just really cool. So that's a great job there with that figure. Now next up here is an 8-bit thermal predator, and I feel like this is the only custom 8-bit that I've seen. Now I know that the 8-bits aren't super popular, but still, it just seems like more people, you know, probably would have thought about taking the time to customize some of them, especially with like video game colors and things like that. But yeah, though I like the look of this, you know, the 8-bit thermal predator. I wish that you know, it was actually in the front, but I understand why in this picture that he put it in the back. It kind of does make more sense, you know, based on the lore of Predator and everything. But yeah, that is a very cool figure. I like the mix of colors there. And actually, as far as the 8-bit Predator is concerned, I would still love to have that Chase in my collection someday. And then next up here, from Gotham, we have Alfred and also Mr. Freeze. I really love the look of that Mr. Freeze there. I can tell. I think the body, I want to say, is probably one of the characters from Gears of War. That's what I'm thinking there. Too vertical. You can let me know if I'm right about that or not. But it definitely works. I definitely like the look of that Mr. Freeze there. Gotham is a series that I wasn't crazy about the first episode or two, so I didn't stick with it. In a way, I regret that, just because the series looks like it's gotten so much better over the years. And I know I can go back and binge watch it, but that's a lot of time that I'd have to put in at this point. But yeah, so I kind of wish I did stick with it from the beginning. But regardless, you know, like I said, these are pretty cool customs here, especially that Mr. Freeze. I really do like that. And then the final custom here, like I said, it's just a couple, you know, that I'm sharing from Too Vertical here. But you know, he has a Bat Duck going on here, of course, Daffy Duck as Batman, which I really do like the look of that as well. And this actually was something that was done before. I think it was done on Cartoon Network. I looked up some images of it and I kept seeing Cartoon Network. So yeah, I definitely like the look of that. It'd be cool also maybe to see Bugs Bunny as Superman, you know, something like that. But yeah, again, pretty creative there. I definitely like that. So like I said, you can definitely check out you know, Too Vertical on Instagram. If you have an Instagram account, please go check out his work. You know, maybe give him a follow as well, and just show him some support in that way. You know, very simple to go and like some of the pictures that he has up there. And Too Vertical, of course, thank you for sharing these images with us. Finally, here we have our featured YouTuber, and this is a YouTuber that I've been following for, it feels like a long time now, Creolemom Niecy. And I will say this, sometimes because I watch some YouTubers so much on a regular basis, I almost feel automatically that other people should know them already. But, you know, I have to kind of remind myself that some people may have not gotten to know them yet, or may not be familiar with their channel at all. So, you know, that's why I make sure that I reach out to certain individuals, you know, so they can hopefully, you know, gain more subscribers, you know, gain more viewers, because, you know, I think they really deserve it. And Creolemom Niecy has definitely been very consistent on her channel. That's something, you know, I know people hear me say this all the time, but it's real. I really do appreciate that when people are consistent with their content, and she's definitely consistent with it. She especially, you know, does hunt videos on a regular basis. So if you're into hunt videos, then you definitely want to check out her channel. I don't want to say any more than that, though. Of course, I am going to let her speak for herself here.
Hi there, I'm Niecy, and this is
Paige.
And I have a YouTube channel called Creolemom Niecy, where I go out on a lot of toy hunts, a lot of Funko Pop hunts, and a lot of what?
Comic book hunts.
Yes, a lot of comic book hunts. I started my channel about maybe close to 2 years ago. I've been collecting Funko Pops now for 4 years. I started my channel after being motivated by other YouTubers to start it, and I love it. It's nothing big, it's nothing major, it's nothing at all organized, but it's mine and I enjoy it.
It's my mommy's.
Yes. I actually started collecting in general as a bonding mechanism for me and my son to do. As a single mom, you try to search for things that you and your son, or you and your children, can really enjoy, and me and him kicked it off with collecting.
Can I tell them what's 1 plus 1?
Sure.
1 plus 1 equals 2.
We schooled y'all. What? What's something you like to collect? Cat got your tongue? What about your sword? No? What do you like? Ninja Turtles? Spider-Man? He really likes Spider-Man, and he likes The Incredibles as well. As for me, I started out collecting Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. My very first pops were The Walking Dead, and I've just been hooked ever since. I have 300 plus pops, and yeah, I don't really see it going anywhere, funny enough, but I do collect a lot of other things. I do collect statues, I collect figures, comic books, as I said before, and just overall pretty awesome things. My partner in crime left me. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys check out the channel. Like I said, it's just something that we do just to have some fun.
I'm not here.
If you guys enjoy, please leave us a like and leave comments down below. And if you guys enjoy what you see, please subscribe so that way you guys can see more. And as always, thanks for watching.
So yes, you all please make sure that you go check out Creolemom Niecy. I will link one of her videos down below. Give it a look out. Give it a look see, I guess I should say there. Check it out. Make sure you drop a like on her video, and if you like the content, definitely subscribe as well and show her some support, because like I said, I really think she deserves it. She's very consistent with her content, and I like that she kind of mixes things up. Again, it's mostly about Funko Pops, but she's into other things as well, like the bombshell statue. So again, please make sure that you check her out. And as always, I want to give a big thanks to everybody that was a part of this video, including Desiree, 2 Vertical, and Creolemom Niecy. Now, as far as the next video is concerned, I'm going to be honest, I really don't know when it will come or if it will come at this point. I really have enjoyed doing this series up to this point. I'm really not even sure how many episodes I've done. It feels like at least 7 at this point, maybe more. But yeah, it's a little more work than some people may realize. So I'm just gonna say, we'll see what happens. I'll just put it that way. We'll see what happens. I'm not telling people not to submit their collections anymore, because I definitely still want to check those out regardless, and we'll see what happens with that. And I may still reach out to some custom artists and some YouTubers. There are some people I've reached out to and I haven't heard back from. I know people have a lot going on sometimes, and that has been sort of a challenge though with this series. But like I said, we'll see how things go. I know some of you really do enjoy this series, so we'll see what happens. If I can get some support kind of organized, then we'll try to keep it moving here. But I hope everybody really enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you check out 2 Vertical on Instagram. Check out Creolemom Niecy as well. Make sure you drop a like on this video. Make sure you comment as well. Let me know your thoughts about what you saw in this video and what you think about the series as a whole. And I really will appreciate that feedback. And yeah, you all take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all again real soon.